Hey, try it now. You got me now. Okay. All right, test 1 2, test 1 2.
Test.
Okay, we'll start it. I'll start it back. You just pause it and go. All right, so you want me to just go ahead and start? You just hit pause. Does that work? Okay, perfect. Sounds good. Thanks, Bill. All right, everybody, welcome back. We had a few technical difficulties that happens from time to time. We're up here in Inman, South Carolina, trying a different mixer here so that we can hear Jimbo on the radio, and he stepped out of the room. But if you tried to tune in earlier on the podcast and you heard a bunch of static, we apologize for that. That's why we're a little late getting started here on the radio. But I'm Clint Davis, Jeff Kurt, Jim Fuller with us here in Inman, South Carolina, the home of the Chapman Panthers, where the Chester Cyclones will take them on in round 2 of the 3A state championship. We're looking forward to seeing the Cyclones get started here, and we're seeing what they can do. Shadeem McCullough getting ready to do his double backflip into the sea of Cyclone players. Chapman's on the field. Yeah, a lot of players, Jeff.
Yeah, they do. I think you mentioned that they brought up some JV guys, but they still got about 75 or 80 guys out there. Kind of intimidating looking, I would imagine when you look at Chester, and there's probably, 35 maybe on that side. But
right.
They only played 11 at a time, brother.
That's exactly right. And we talked as we went to last time, nobody could hear it, but let's talk a little bit about this Chapman team.
Yeah.
Historically, this has been a really good football team. They won the state championship in 2019. Cyclones won it in 2018. So both teams have won state championships within the last 4 years. And Chapman's played there. And historically, when Chester plays Chapman, it's in the playoffs. We've had them at our place. We've come over here before. And so we – I often say I don't like coming over here because we've had some. The last time we were here, we got beat like 70-19 or something like that. That was a long trip home. It's a long drive, but I tell you what, these are some of the nicest people on the face of the earth. I go over and each time we're here and visit with the folks in the press box, and they give me what they need. I give them the information and the stuff we have to give them, and kind of work through that. And they're just super nice. Everybody you talk to, coaches on the field, and everybody. So we're glad to be here. But this team is not this season. At least it doesn't appear to be. They're 8-2 on the season. Doesn't appear to be the level of some of those state championship teams in the past.
Yeah, and when you associate, we talked about this. Well, nobody heard us, but as I was mentioning earlier, when you think of Chapman, you just think of offense, right?
Right.
I mean, these guys put up some points, and I was given that you look at their games this year, and I mean they've scored in the 50s several times, and even in their 2 losses. Let's see, in one loss they scored 27, and another loss they scored 35. But they do give up points, and so I think there's going to be some opportunities tonight for Chester. Turnovers obviously can't happen, and I said this. I jokingly said this earlier. We should have left the punter at home. We can't leave the punter at home because he's also our field goal and extra point kicker. But let's just hope we don't see the punter tonight, because I think as you're listening to this game, and I was talking to Coach Chuck Talkman down on the field before we got up here, and just said, this could be a track meet. And he says, that's what we don't want to have here. And I kind of agree with him. We don't want to get into an offensive shootout with these guys. So it's going to be interesting to see. We're going to have some big plays tonight.
Oh, I think so too. And it'll be interesting to see kind of what happens with the Cyclones. But I think you're right. The Cyclones have control. If they can get first downs, they can have control over whether or not this turns into a track meet. Because if you can get first downs, the ball-controlled offense, going to keep Chapman on the side of the field. The challenge for Chester is, we saw it last week, Belton Honeypath gave up some humongous plays, and, Chester was able to capitalize on those big plays. And so we'll see if Chester's able to capitalize tonight. But if we can keep a ball-controlled offense, I think you're right. Keep Chapman on the sideline and make their defense play. And that plays into Chester's hands as you wear them down with that running game as the night goes on.
Yeah, I like to always, before the game, I like to watch, and I'm watching the kicking game, and I'm watching their kicker over here, and he's taking his little tee, and he's moving it back every 5 yards. He just drilled one from the 35-yard line, which is a 45-yard field goal, and it probably would have been good from 55. And he's getting ready to attempt one from about 50 right here. Point being is they apparently got a kicking game, pretty strong kicking game as a matter of fact. So, we're not too bad in the field goal department either.
No, absolutely. And so we'll see what happens.
He just bounced one in from 50.
So let's take another break. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be back. We're getting ready for tonight's game. Cyclones and Panthers from Chapman High School here in Inman, South Carolina.
Watch their kicker right out there, number 21. He's getting ready to kick a 51. He made one from 50. It probably would have been good from 53.
I'm sorry, bud. Oh. Did you see the defensive back and the kick catcher and the receiver run into each other?
Tell you what, our defensive back's going to have to keep their head on a swivel today. That concerns me a little bit too. All right, now he's kicking one from 53. Now, granted, there's nobody rushing, but still.
No snap.
No snap, but leg strength is there.
It was left, but it had the distance.
He definitely had the distance.
Yeah, the quarterback is he's a pretty good athlete from what I understand. I think it's number 7, Josiah Moore. No, that's not him. Number 5, Coleman Gray, maybe.
Is that the only roster we have of theirs?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the wide receiver's number? That guy that's supposed to be so good.
DJ Black 2.
2?
Yeah. He's a senior.
Yeah.
We don't have any size.
Is he the state leading receiver?
State leading receiver.
Wow. I'll tell you something, that hot chocolate was pretty good. And to your point, the lady at the concession stand over there was one of the nicest human beings I've ever talked to.
They're unbelievable over here. Hey, Travis. All right, we're back here at Chapman High School. Travis Jenkins, South Carolina Journalist of the Year, just walked in the booth. How you doing, buddy? Sitting over there with Jed Blackwell, who's got an entire table. Yeah. I mean, you the big dog when you got an entire table set up for you. I mean, one entire part of the booth, Jed Blackwell and the team. I don't blame you for that. Put me down for 4. Listen, that's like the celebrities in New York City who go to the restaurant. Just put me down for 10. I'll be there. It don't matter. So it is good to be here. We're looking forward to tonight's game. Got Jimbo with us here again. We've got some new technology. You're going to hear Jimbo tonight. We couldn't hear him last time we were on the road at Mid-Carolina. So we're glad to be able to have Jimbo on the air and give us some words of wisdom. Deep, deep wisdom here. So as we get ready for tonight's game, let's talk a little bit about some games that will be impacting our listeners in our area and certainly the Cyclones moving forward. So, Jeff, you got a couple games pull up?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of games that interest me tonight, but I think one of the games that I'm really intrigued by, Clinton's on the road at Lower Richland. Obviously, Clinton's a team that, is very well received in the state. This is a team that Chapman beat by 1. We saw Lower Richland early in the season. I'm really anxious to see how that game as it progresses. So I'll be following that game. In another game, years ago, this would have been a marquee matchup, guys. But Burns is at Northwestern. So if you think about, go back to the years when Burns had, Willie Corns, running back from South Carolina that went to Burns. Marcus Lattimore?
Yeah.
I mean, they had some dudes, right? Northwestern had some dudes, and they would play each other, and it would be a game.
Played on national TV one time.
Yeah, but this year, Burns comes in at 5-5. A Burns team, ironically, that beat this Chapman team
early in the season.
Yeah, very first game of the season. So that's obviously a big game. Talk about our Great Falls High School Red Devils, another Chester County team on the road tonight. Ridge Spring Minetta. Great Falls shooting for their 8th win. I don't know when's the last time Great Falls won 8 games. Travis could probably tell us, but they're going to have their hands full tonight at Ridge Spring Minetta, but anything can happen, guys. It's high school football.
That's right, and they're on a roll, like you said, first time in a long, long time. This might be the year that they get past Ridge Spring Minetta and go to the next level.
That would be super fantastic for Great Falls in itself and for Chester County. Other games of interest in our teams in our area. South Point's at home hosting Lawrence. Lawrence comes in at 6-3. South Point at 8-1. I look for South Point to win that game. Another game of interest in our bracket. Daniel 10-0. I think they're ranked number 1 in the state. Is at home against a 5-5 Woodruff team. I expect Daniel to roll. Another game I think that's of intriguing, not has no impact on us, but TL Hanna 10-1 on the road at Gaffney 11-0.
Now that will be a ball.
That will be a good game.
T.L. Hanna at the reservation.
At the reservation.
But I like Gaffney there because here's the thing, right? So the long trip that T.L. Hanna's got to make up I-85, that's a good little haul to Gaffney, about an hour and a half, 2 hours for them. Gaffney's going to be fresh, ready to go. That's a really good football team. But T.L. Hanna's going to come in there ready to play.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is a great game. If this was at T.L. Hanna, I'd be on T.L. Hanna's side. But Gaffney is so good at the reservation. They're just so good, guys. It's hard to win in there. Absolutely.
Well, let's take a break, and we'll be back. 27 minutes to kick here in Chapman, in Inman, South Carolina, Chapman High School. Cyclones and Panthers. This is Cyclone football on WRBK.
What year did Debo Samuel play here?
Must have been 7 or 8 years ago.
It was when we were in the same region, because I remember coming up here in the beginning of the game, he was pretty dominant. And then I remember Chester, he got injured in that game, and Chester knocked him out of the game. I don't say that, proudly.
No.
But he got injured in that game and wasn't able to finish it. Might have been that game that old boy ran that interception back, Jimbo, for a touchdown.
Now that I remember.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Well, he's been in the league. I think this is his 3rd year, and he was at Carolina 4.
7.
Maybe 5. Didn't he get hurt? Did he miss a year?
Yeah, but I think he left a year early. So I still think he had a red shirt. So he might have been a red shirt junior, but I think he was 4 years in Carolina.
Yeah,
perhaps.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, but you're right. He did get hurt. So, yeah, probably 7, 8 years ago.
Yeah. We played them a couple times in the region. So, we've always probably the last game we had with them, we've played them tough. That last game, but that was – I think they went and lost to Dillon in the state championship that game, and it was like a touchdown right at the end that Dillon beat them, and that's happened to a lot of people. To lose to Dillon right at the end of the game.
That's not a shame.
I don't even see Dillon on here for tonight. I know they play. Here they are. Play Crestwood. I'm sorry. I missed it.
Oh, well, they just march on, don't they?
Yeah, I don't see how they keep it going down there.
Well, it's like Abbeville. If you think about it, when's the last time Abbeville's been bad?
Well, that's right, yeah.
I can't remember it. Can you?
I don't know if they've ever been bad.
Yeah.
All right, here we go, guys. All right, we're back here at Chapman High School in Inman, South Carolina, getting ready for tonight's ball game between the Chester Cyclones and the Panthers of Chapman. We went to the last break talking about important games or games of interest around the state. I want to go back to this game with South Point and Lawrence. That's one of those situations in the second round where South Point, I think, to some degree, Lawrence is 6-3. South Point, to some degree, has a gift horse coming their way, don't they?
Perhaps.
I don't know anything about Lawrence, but they're 6-3 on the season. South Point 8-1, and I don't remember who they lost to. Somebody in North Carolina.
They didn't know they lost to
Northwestern.
No, they beat Northwestern. I thought they lost to South Florence or somebody in overtime.
That's what it was. Yeah, it was South Florence. So, that was a juggernaut of a team. So we'll see what they got. But, they're at home at the Corral welcoming in Lawrence. So that should be an interesting game probably because it could be as bad as South Point wants it. I think you're right. The Gaffney game's interesting. But I'll tell you, I think the Burns-Northwestern game may be a little closer. I think Northwestern ultimately wins by probably
3 points.
Probably about 2 touchdowns, 2 scores, but I think it could be close to the middle of the fourth. Madison's just too good.
Yeah, I think Northwestern's going to win big. But anyway, we'll see. Another team in our area that's still playing, Catawba Ridge, had a kind of a weird season, kind of struggled there in the middle of the season, lost 3 or 4 games in a row.
What are they, 5-4?
They are 6-4, going on the road to play Greenwood, and that's Catawba Ridge is a dangerous 6-4 team. They were well thought of to they got the number 1 quarterback and the number 1 player in the country in the 2024 graduating class, and I don't know that he's played up to the hype, but it's hard for kids to play to that hype. Not faulting the kid at all. Sometimes it's not the kid's fault, right? And everybody praises all the stuff on him. But anyway, that being said, I'm going Catawba Ridge on the road tonight in an upset.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one, too. Greenwood's a tough place to go play. I'm going to get Greenwood gets it done, but it's going to be really close. I'm not sure Catawba Ridge is experienced enough to make that trip to go on the road right now. I think that's one of the things that's happening. You're right, playing up to the hype, but I also think a lot of that comes with inexperience and youth, and I think they've got to learn to put it all together. The quarterback's, a sophomore? So, I mean, it's still really early to give him all those accolades and to be able to process it, deal with it, and play with it. So I think they'll get it, but I think Greenwood gets it, but it's close.
Yeah. I go with Greenwood.
Yeah. And really just kind of looking around. Chapman on the road tonight at Fort Dorchester. Chapman 8-3, Fort Dorchester 10-0. We talked about this earlier. Abbeville 11-0, just making a run for their I don't know however many state championship appearances, but they're 11-0 and don't seem to be slowing down very much in the 2A category. They're at home hosting Saluda, who comes in at 7-2. Abbeville will win by as much as they want to, in my opinion. Teams that turned it around this year: Spartanburg at home, 7-3, hosting Spring Valley. That'll be a good football game.
No, I think you're right. Interesting you bring up Spartanburg. This Chapman football team was coached by the coach at Spartanburg. I forget his name, but he was the coach who took them and built them into prominence and is a really good football coach. After the 2019 state championship, he left and went and started coaching at Spartanburg. And then Chapman hired in the head coach who was at Malden, Harry Cabanis, and he's the head coach now. And so this coach has only been here for 2 years, but that coach who was here now at Spartanburg is a really, really good football coach. And I'm not overly surprised they made that transition change. But you're right. I think they get Spring Valley at home. They still play at Wofford? Gibbs Stadium?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think they get it done at Gibbs Stadium.
Let's see.
One more, and we'll take a break.
One more. Hang on one second. I'm kind of in the middle of something here. You caught me off guard.
Okay.
Camden, obviously in our classification. Camden 8-2 at home against Ainer. Ainer is 7-1. I believe Ainer's only loss is to Dillon.
Okay.
It's no disgrace.
Camden's got some dudes. Ainer's probably got some dudes, so that'll be a pretty good game to keep an eye on. Could have some effect on the 3A. 3A classification, guys.
Yeah, that's the lower part of the state. I think that's a good move to move Camden down there. And of course, there's going to be a realignment after this year. So we'll see what happens. But I think it's good to move some of those schools, Columbia and South, down to that because they got to get Dillon some competition, and I think it was just balanced out better. And I think that was a good move by the high school league, and hopefully they'll leave them in the lower state region so that they'll get to continue to compete down there. I think it's good for Camden and certainly good for us because, we like to play kind of west rather than going south.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, let's take a break, and we'll be back. This is Chester High School Football, WRBK.
Oh, man. Pretty good crowd.
Yeah, good
See
crowd.
what I'm saying? That's a lot of people, but it just doesn't look like there's anybody over there.
All the stands is so nice.
I just think if you took two ends off, it would just look so much better.
All right, if you're with us on the podcast, just remember this is the feed that we send to the studio. This is not the radio feed. When we're a distance away from the station, we're not able to get the radio signal and send it through the podcast. We actually use the podcast to send the signal to the radio station. So just know you won't get all the different commercial breaks and those kind of things. Just be aware of that, and you'll get maybe some dead air time too. And that's not intentional. It's just the reality of the situation. So we're glad you're getting it live from the booth, and we thank you guys for tuning in on the podcast and certainly on the radio as well.
Nice facility, guys.
Beautiful facility over here.
Just looking at their stands across the way, it's big time. Nice Nice playing surface looks good. Surprised it's not artificial turf. We see that so many times now. But
all right, here we go. All right, we're back here at Chapman High School. Clint Davis, Jim Fuller, and Jeff Kerr calling tonight's ball game between the Chester Cyclones and the Panthers of Chapman High School. A lot of Cyclone fans starting to make their way in. Made the trip over about an hour and 20 minutes. We had a good dinner. Stopped at Wade's.
Yes,
and,
we did.
Jim was pumped. Got him a little cube steak and gravy.
That's right.
Rice.
Listen,
mashed taters.
The number of people that were eating before 5 o'clock
was troubling.
Amazed me, and
it somewhat troubled my soul.
And you kind of think you kind of associate that with the older generation, right?
Right.
Not the case.
No, I know.
I mean, families and kids, and if my mom took me to eat at 4:45, about 8 o'clock, I'd be saying, "When are we going to eat supper?"
Hey, listen, my kids do it. We eat at our house about 6:30. And every night, and by 8:30, 9 o'clock, my kids are starving right before bed. They got to have them a snack, got to go to sleep. I think it might be a stall tactic, but
No.
I know it's hard to believe, but they're starving. I'm starving. So, yeah, it was good food. We enjoyed it. Good meal over there. Jeff had humongous chicken breast and some gravy and rice.
I did.
Had some vegetables, so it was great. Now we're over here and getting ready for tonight's game and looking forward to it. Chester fans making their way in. Good crowd from Chapman on the other side, which you would expect. Second round of the state playoffs. Teams 8-2 on the season. They're going to throw the ball over. I was just talking to Jed Blackwell, and we talked to him earlier. If you heard us, he stuck his head in. He was a long-time newspaper article reporter over here in this area and now is doing some other things. But I think he was at the Spartanburg Herald and Journal. But he follows Chapman. He's connected to Chapman. And good friends with our own Travis Jenkins, and so Jeb and I kind of talked back and forth. Jed and I on the social media and those things, and he was saying, I think what the challenge is going to be for Chester to stop DJ Burke, the DJ Black, Chapman's wide receiver who can flat play. He's a really good ball player, highly recruited in different areas by different schools. I think he's a little undersized, and so. But I think Carolina, Jimbo, you were saying, has jumped on that. South Carolina now.
Yeah, they're after him now. The three offers, I can't remember. One of them was Army and Navy, and I've forgotten what the other one was, but he had three firm offers.
So he's a good ball player, and Jed said that the challenge for Chester is going to be to tackle him. Don't know if we can do it, especially if he gets loose across the middle. But he said at the same time, I don't know if Chapman can even get close to stopping Zan. And Zan's, listed in our roster here that we got a new roster, and we have size and weight for the first time of the season on this roster. Zan is listed on the Chester roster as 6'2", 220. And and so we get third down in about 4. Jeff calls it third down and Zan.
Third and Zan, and fourth and Zan.
And so, certainly I was at practice on Thursday, yesterday, and Coach Floyd talking about some of the packages they put in and going to try to run him and utilize him. He'll have to go on defense, the middle linebacker as well, but they'll use him and they'll spell him if they need to with Trooper Floyd. He'll be ready to go in a quarterback position for a series or two. So we'll see, but I think it's going to be a tale of two different ball games, two different teams. Which team is going to be able to be most successful? Is Chester going to be able to be successful running the ball and controlling the clock and getting the necessary stops to get off the field on third down and limit first down yardage against Chapman? And is Chapman going to be able to stop the running game and be able to get into a shootout? Because that's what they want. You said earlier, Jeff, Coach Talkman said, we don't want a shootout. That's what Chapman wants.
Absolutely. That's what they thrive on. And they're going to give up some points. We might score 40. We just got to keep them from scoring 60.
That's right. And they're cool with that, right? So some of their, last week they came out on fire against Blue Ridge. And, of course, Blue Ridge is a 4 seed coming into the playoffs. And so they had challenges. Of course, Chester put together, I think, its most complete game of the season, minus about 3 or 4 big plays, Jimbo, last week against Belton Honeypath. And that game was a little closer than the actual on the scoreboard than the actual game indicated.
Yeah, but we 3 of their touchdowns were more than 50 yards.
That's right. So I think that Chester gave up some big plays. So I think both teams will be locked in, ready to go. We'll be excited to see what we got. Got a big blow-up helmet over here for the guys to run through for Chapman, and got a face mask that shuts and opens there at the.
That's big time.
As gates, and they're ready to go. Got a sponsor on the field, Chick-fil-A. Got McDonald's sponsored on the field as well. I tell you what, big time over here. Let's take a break, and we'll be back. This is Cyclone Football on WRBK. I've warmed up a little bit now. We're in this room.
Oh, I'm fine.
Outside of the wind.
I'm actually fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
You got your little sweater on. I got a sweatshirt back here you can use probably. Because once the game gets going, I probably won't put it on. I'll get fired up.
Give it to Jethro.
Chilly down there on the field, man.
I don't need it.
Coaches are got toboggans on their head. Chain crew over here. I don't know. This one guy got his jacket on. I don't know if he's going to be able to run the chain crew. He got to take his hands out of his pockets. They hadn't been out of his pockets since he got on the field down there.
A couple of them got on gloves.
I asked one of them when I was coming back across the field. I'd go over and drop off a few things. I came across the field. I asked one of them if he had extra gloves I could use up here. And one guy laughed, and the other guy didn't have. One guy had gloves on, the other guy didn't, and the guy that didn't have gloves on said, "No, if I had them, it'd be on my hands."
Look at this one down here. I won't make any comments, but he's stretching his hamstring. I don't know that it really matters.
Oh, he's after it. Look at it. He's got it like it likes. He's rubbing out that he's rubbing out that calf muscle too. Looks like
that's an old white hair too.
He's getting after it. He's ready to go. It's playoff time, man. We get the best officials now.
Yeah.
So they say.
That's what they say.
That's what they say. We'll see. So,
you got the knee problem going on?
Getting ready to see the Cyclones and the Panthers. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty fun. I'm excited. I think we're going to see a lot of digits on the scoreboard tonight.
Yeah, I hope it's a good football game all the way through. And
see, he's an old white hair.
I mean, I'm okay with Chester in a blowout. I don't want Chester to get blowout. To me, it's a good game if Chester wins by 30. But it's not a good game if we lose by 30, so I hope it's close.
No.
Back and forth. A tussle, as you would expect in the playoffs in South Carolina. All right, we're back here at Chapman High School. Clint Davis along with Jeff Kerr and Jim Fuller getting ready to call tonight's game. We're on a podcast, Spreaker.com. You can pick us up there. That's where we're sending the signal back to the radio station. And the radio station is on, of course, on your transistor radio, and that's the best way, I think, to listen to a football game. Plug you up a radio, tune it into 90.3 FM WRBK, and just sit back and enjoy what's about to happen in about 12 minutes as the Cyclones and the Panthers take the field in just a few minutes to get ready for tonight's ball game in the second round of the 3A state playoffs. Cyclones come into the game 7-3 on the season, having won to advance to the second round over BHP from Belton Honeypath, a pretty physical football team, Jimbo. We saw them last week up front, one of the more physical teams we've seen.
Yes, they were, and I think Chester neutralized some of that by our size over them, and but like we said earlier, they had the three big plays, or it would have been. I don't like to use the term blowout, but it would have been more.
It would have been close to being one.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and Chapman had a big win over Blue Ridge last week. I mean, it was huge. They won by 30, 40 points up here at home. And so they both teams are riding high with confidence. Cyclones coming into this game riding a 5-game winning streak. Chapman, I think, has had a 6-game winning streak. So both teams got a lot of confidence. Both teams be ready to play. Both teams be locked in. The coaching staffs are ready. Should be a good game, and we look forward to calling it for you tonight. All right, Jeffro, you've been doing some research on Max Preps and whatnot. What you got for us?
Well, I was just going to say, the game tonight is from this is a pretty, it's not a rivalry, but we've played them in the past,
yes,
right?
We have.
And there's been some really ugly games. So like Clint said, let's hope that it's not here, not in that tonight that we don't see that. But I'm excited to see her. Look at the crowd on the other side. Big crowd. Chester folks are coming in. It's going to be a really good high school football atmosphere. Field looks good. Yeah, I'm just excited, guys.
Yeah, I'm always excited at playoff time.
And I'll say this, guys. I was listening last week. The internet is a beautiful thing. I was in Newport Beach, California, listening to you guys all the way across the country. You sounded great. You sounded clear. And it was just fun to be able to listen to you guys. Sorry I missed the game. And I think there was a couple times I texted you and said, hey, I'll see you guys later. It's in the bag. And next thing you know, I'm looking up, and they done run down the field for a score, quick scores, and now it's a 7-point game. So,
that's right.
But talking about Chapman, Clint, you mentioned their game last week with Ridgeview. Was it Ridgeview?
Blue Ridge,
excuse me. They still gave up 35 points to Blue Ridge.
Right.
A 4-seed.
But they scored, 60-some?
62 to 35. Yeah. So, I think talked about this pregame. Cyclones are going to have plenty of opportunities to put points on the board. We got to limit. Can't have turnovers
penalties.
Yeah, we see that a lot, but don't want to have the bad things happen. And like I said earlier, if we have to punt more than 2 or 3 times this game, we might be in trouble.
That's exactly right. Cyclones got to keep the chains moving. They got to stay on the field. They got to get off the field on third down. Of course, these are all things everybody knows. Got to protect the football. Got to not beat themselves, and they got to stop DJ Black. DJ Black's a wide receiver for Chapman. He comes into the game with 73 receptions on the season, 1,363 yards for an average of 151 yards per game receiving. They're going to get the ball in his hands. And so that's their goal, to do that. And so as they do that, we'll have to wait and see if the Cyclones can stop him. They're going to play zone a lot. And as they do that, they will get going from there. Let's take a break as we have a moment of silence on the field and get ready for the national anthem. All right, we're back here. That was the national anthem sung by one of the Chapman High School football players, a sophomore at Chapman, sang it a cappella, and now he put his helmet on, running back off the field. I'm telling you what, I'm all about that guy, Jimbo.
That's a stud.
I'm all about that guy, Jimbo.
Yeah, you got to admire him, man.
Hey, man.
I wouldn't do it.
Hey, look here, I'm pumped for him. I mean, he came out here with his helmet on, took it off, sang the national anthem on the field in front of everybody, and then put his helmet back on and ran off the field to join his teammates. I'm telling you right there, that's a hoss right there.
That's more than I got.
I'm gonna take my hat off to him. That's a hoss right there. Well done. And I can't remember his name. Taylor something, I think, is what they said it was. I'd give you credit for it, but I think his name was Taylor. He's a sophomore here at Chapman High School and sang beautifully. I'm proud of him. All right, let's get ready for tonight's game. Let me give you the starting lineups. I do not have them for Chapman, but I do have them for the Cyclones. Cyclones will start offensively tonight with Raphael Pendergrass in a wide receiver position, along with number 6, Jaquan Carter, who is a 5'7", 155-pound sophomore. Pendergrass is a 6'4", 180-pound senior. One of the other receivers will most likely be number 10, Zeke Evans, a 9th grader. He's 5'10", 150 pounds. He'll also be playing on the defensive side of the ball. Up front for the Cyclones tonight will be number 52, C.J. McCree. He'll be at the right guard position. He's 5'9", 253 pounds. Number 54, Kevin Anderson, will be the center. He's 5'7", 264 pounds senior. Number 61, Jordan Land, he's a junior. He's 5'10", 242. He'll be getting a start tonight at the left guard. The right tackle will be number 70, Travante Weldon. He's a 6'3", 290-pound sophomore. And number 72 will be the left tackle, Demorius Thompson. He's a 6'2", 272-pound senior. Now, Weldon and Thompson will switch back and forth depending on what side they want to run the power on for the Cyclones. In the backfield with Zan Dunham tonight will be number 31, Shadim McCullough. He's a 5'11", 210-pound running back and H-back. And then Cyclones, of course, will have number 17, Zan Dunham, in his 4th season as a starter for this Chester High School football team. He's a 6'2", 220-pound senior. He will be the signal caller in the backfield and one of the leading rushers for the Cyclones tonight. On the defensive side of the ball, the Cyclones will start up front, number 38, Trajan P. He's a 5'6", 200-pound freshman. They'll also have up there number 50, D.C. Carter, a 5'9", 215-pound senior. Then they'll have number 5, Darius Head, running in the middle, kind of that nose tackle position. He's a 5'11", 230-pound senior. And then number 55, who is typically number 32, but number 55 tonight, Kajarius Jackson. He's a 6 foot, 225-pound defensive tackle. The linebackers for the Cyclones tonight will be number 9, Sherrard Feaster. He's a 5'9", 176-pound junior. Number 17, Zan Dunham. He's a 6'2", 220-pound senior. And they'll also have in there Jordan Bowser, a 6 foot, 195-pound senior, as well as Jalen Moss, a 5'11", 201-pound junior who will be playing. Cyclones will bring Cortez Woods in on the defensive line as well. Back on the back end for the Cyclones, they'll have number 9, Sherrard Feaster. Of course, I've already called him. Number 15, Maurice Feaster, 5'8", 165-pound sophomore. They'll have number 3, Andre Evans. He's a 5'7", 162-pound junior. And then the corners will be number 13, Reggie Heath Jr. He's a 6'1", 155-pound sophomore. And number 10, Zeke Evans, a 5'10", 150-pound freshman. Those defensive backs will get a lot of play. Of course, the Cyclones will be in their 3-3-5 defense, and they'll be running a lot of zone out of that coverage, trying to get pressure on the quarterback. The goal for Coach Caldwell's defense is to hit the quarterback hard, hit him often, and make him a little bit nervous as the game goes on. So we got 2 minutes and 40 seconds left as the Cyclones come onto the field tonight to get ready for this one. We got 2:40 left on the scoreboard. Let's take a quick 2-minute break, and we'll be back. This is Cyclone Football on WRBK. Who won the toss, Jimbo?
That's what I was getting ready to ask you.
I couldn't tell.
I couldn't tell either. We'll find out in a minute, though. What did they say?
I think we're going to take a few punches early.
I agree with that.
And we're going to have to punch back, but I think we're going to take a few punches early. I think they're going to try to hit a big play right from the get-go.
You going to keep up with the score?
Yeah, I'm going to keep the scoring, time and who scored and all that, and I can run that down at halftime. As far as stats go, I'm going to have to rely on Travis.
I got the penalties.
Okay. Who's received 25 for Chapman? Devin Rowe.
Number 7 on the other side.
Number 7, Tamorian McClurkin. Henry Glenn's got the ball teed up. Here's the run-up and the kick. It's a low line drive kick going to be taken by number 25, Rowe, at his own 10-yard line. He's going to get upfield to the 25-yard line, 28, where the Cyclones will stop him, and Chapman will put it in play 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line. Cyclone defense on the field. We'll see what Coach Caldwell's got together for this exciting offense of the Chapman Panthers, and we'll see what Chapman's able to come out with here as they get started. They start this drive on their 27-yard line, 11:53 to go in the first quarter. If you're joining us on the podcast, we're live. If you're picking us up on the radio, we may be a few seconds delayed. You may have missed the opening kickoff. Quarterback's in the shotgun. Got 2 receivers to either side of the formation. Ball's on the right hash. Quarterback takes a shotgun snap after the clap. He's going to throw across his field. He's got his receiver out here in the flats at the 35-yard line. He's going to step out of bounds at the 36. A gain of 9 on the play brings up 2nd down and 1 for the Panthers. Number 6, the receiver, Sean Cunningham, who is a sophomore for Chapman. Cyclones will step out in a zone defense. Zeke Evans made the stop. Quarterback stands in the shotgun. His name is Drew Settle. He's a tall kid, about 6'3", 180. Hands it off to his running back in the middle. Darius' head hits him in the hole, and he knocks him back for a loss of 1 or maybe no gain. So it brings up 3rd down and 1. Good hit in there by Darius Head. The running back, number 1, Derek Miller, got stopped.
Miller on the season, 907 yards on the ground, 11 touchdowns. He is their bell cow when it comes to running the football.
Empty backfield set. 3 receivers to the left side. Cyclones stay in that defense. Coach Caldwell's calling out the play to his defensive secondary, getting them in place. 3 receivers to the left side, balls on the right hash. The quarterback takes a shotgun snap. Cyclones getting pressure. He throws across the middle of the field. He's got his receiver. He's across the middle of the field, 45-yard line to about the 50. Cyclones were there. The ball was out, but they said the receiver was down. That's number 7, Tamorian McClurkin. He's a senior. Good throw across the middle on a quick slant. He picked up about, maybe 14 on the play. Brings up 1st down for the Chapman Panthers.
On the season, they've completed 224 out of 343 attempts for a 65% percentage.
Quarterback takes a shotgun snap, hands off running back up the middle. Oh, he's got plenty of running room. He's up to about the 40-yard line from midfield to the 40. That's 11 yards and a 1st down for the Panthers. Cyclone defense got gashed on the right side there from the left side of the defense. D.C. Carter got blocked out, and they were able to take advantage of that. Cyclones stay in that 3-3-5. Now they're trying to bring a little pressure off the edge. Delayed blitz, throw across the middle of the field. And Maurice Feaster stops the receiver after he catches it on a skinny post. And he's going to get to about the 15-yard line, about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 15. Receiver number 6, Sean Cunningham, a sophomore, his 2nd catch of the night. 3rd 1st down on this opening drive for the Panthers. 10:36 to go in the 1st. They're moving the ball. Quarterback in the shotgun, running back to his left. Cyclones get in there and get pressure. Zan Dunham takes him down from behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd down and 12 on the 6th play of this opening drive. Drive started on the Chapman 27. The ball is now on the Cyclone 23.
Certainly not the biggest offensive line we've seen this year.
No, it's the smallest offensive line we've seen all season. Of course, we've seen some horses. Quarterback, but this game is all about speed. Hands it off, fakes the handoff, throws across the middle field. Good play out there by Maurice Feaster. He knocks the ball loose on an RPO, and the quarterback tried to hit number 11 in the fly across the middle. Walt Waddell, a senior, and the ball gets knocked incomplete.
Big down here, third and about 12, 3rd and 12. Pre-game guys watching the kicker. He's pretty much money from 40 yards in.
DJ Black, all state wide receivers lined up far to the left. Ball's on the right hash. Quarterback kicks a shotgun snap after the clap. Cyclones giving pressure. They're getting in the middle. He hits the running back out in the flats. Miller. Jalen Moss gives chase, but he turns the corner. He's going to get inside the 5-yard line to about the 2. Beautiful play call by the Chapman offensive staff, and they got inside the 5-yard line to about the 4. 9:52 to go in the 1st. Chapman is driving deep into Cyclone territory.
That was a well-executed play.
Ready to run the 9th play of this opening drive. Takes a shotgun snap, hands it off the middle, up the middle. He's going to get hit by the Cyclones in the hole. It's a touchdown. Touchdown Chapman on the opening drive. That didn't take long. Started on their 27-yard line. They went 73 yards in a matter of less than 3 minutes, about 2 minutes and 19 seconds. They went 73 yards on the Cyclone defense, up 6-0 here at home over the Cyclones.
That looked too easy.
Not a good start for Coach Caldwell's defense, but Jeff was right. We're going to take some hits. A lot of football left in this ball game. I want to try the extra point. Got a good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and the kicker is number 21, Ricky Montavolo. He's the kicker, a senior. He got it through the uprights. We'll take a break. 7-0 Chapman with 9:41 to go in the 1st. Man.
That looked too easy.
They got us on our heels, man.
Yeah.
But that's all right.
Well,
we hadn't had the ball yet, though.
The key is we got to come out here and answer. We have to answer here. We have to score.
We need a sustained drive, about 7 minutes, 6-7 minutes, Jeff.
Yeah, but we got to score.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Don't want to get too many points behind. One score is okay.
Based on what I've seen pregame, I wouldn't be shocked if this ball ends up about 5 yards deep in the end zone. So they play Notre Dame's fight song. They play South Carolina's
Whatever it is.
I don't even know what you call that, but
All
anyway.
right.
Sandstorm?
All right, here we go. Montavolo on for the kick. Ball's teed up at the 40-yard line. Deep to receive the kick is number 15, Maurice Feaster, and number 3, and Andre Evans for the Cyclones. Ball's going to be taken by Feaster at his own 1-yard line. He's up over the 15, 20. He's still on his feet. Cuts to the left. He gets into the hole, 15, 20, 25. He's still on his feet, dragging a pile. He's going to be tackled by number 4 for Chapman. Nigel Pate, a junior, makes the stop, but the Cyclones take it over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. So Chapman goes 73 yards for a touchdown in their opening drive. Let's see if the Cyclones can go 74.
In about 9 minutes.
That's right, for the rest of the first half. 9:30 to go in the first quarter. Cyclones up down 7-0, getting their first possession of the night. Chapman went 73 yards on their opening possession, 9 plays, and 73 yards for a touchdown. Dunham in the shotgun formation. McCullough to his right. He's going to split McCullough out in the flats, throws it out there, hits McCullough in the flats. He's at the 26-yard line, 27-yard line. Good stop out there by the defensive back for Chapman. McCullough gets about 3 on that pass play, brings up 2nd down and 7 for the Cyclones.
Yeah, I want to see a lot of McCullough tonight. I think he's going to have a big game for the Cyclones because you can't just count on Zan all the time.
2nd down and 8.
Small defensive line too, Clint.
Yeah, number 61 is their best player. He's a left tackle. Takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to McCullough up the middle. 30-yard line. He's still on his feet. 35-yard line. First down, Cyclones.
Good run by their McCullough. Good run up the middle.
He runs real hard.
Tell you what, I'm excited to see him.
First down for the Cyclones here. 8:52 to go in the first. No, I think you're right, Jeff. We need McCullough to play big.
I think the less we see of Zan running, at least early in the first half, as long as we can be successful with others, is better because he's playing both ways. And if you notice, he was on the kickoff team, too. He was playing right there in the middle in the front.
Cyclones have an empty backfield set. Now he sends a man in motion for McCullough from right to left. Takes a shotgun snap. He's going to fake it in, and McCullough call his own number. He's over the 35-yard line. He's going to get close to the 40. He's still driving the pile.
Picked about 4, Clint, maybe 5, 4.5, but he's right there at about the 40-yard line, so let's say it's about 4. Should be 2nd and 6.
Cyclones down 7-0. You're just tuning in to Chapman here in Inman, South Carolina, second round of the state playoffs. Dunham takes it over the left side for a gain of 4. Brings up 2nd down and 4 for the Cyclones. Ball's on their own 40-yard line. Moving right to left. Blue pants, white jerseys, blue helmets. Against Chapman, white pants, blue jerseys, and blue helmets. Takes a shotgun snap. He fakes the hand. He hands it off to McCullough. McCullough makes a couple man miss. Now he's going upfield.
Nice
Get to about the 45-yard line. Brings up 3rd down and 1. Good run by McCullough.
It's 3rd and Zan. It's about a half a yard. 3rd and Zan right here. I think you got 2 downs to get 2 yards.
7:30 to go. Clock running. Cyclones already taken off more time on their drive than Chapman took on their scoring drive.
And that's the way we want it.
Dunham takes a shotgun snap. He fakes the handoff to McCullough. He's over the right side. 45-yard line, 50. 45. He's still on his feet. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. He's got a foot race. 15, 5. Touchdown, Cyclones. No, they're going to knock him out of bounds.
Looks like he's going to be out about the 5, Clint.
At the 5-yard line, Zan Dunham over the right side on a zone read play. He went 50 yards, set the Cyclones up 1st and goal from the Chapman 5 here with 7:10 to go in the first. Dunham stays out there. Coach Floyd signals in his play.
That looks sort of like that home run play that they ran against us last week.
It did, didn't it?
I don't know if they can see the play clock, but they got one on the concession stand back there and one underneath the scoreboard.
Dunham waiting on the shotgun. Snap. Oh, he fumbles the snap. He picks it up. He's going to roll to his right, try to throw downfield. Just throw it out of bounds. He throws it in there. Touchdown, Cyclones. Reggie Heath Jr. comes up with a big catch.
Big catch.
Zan Dunham danced around and found a man across the middle, threw it up on a back shoulder fade to Reggie Heath Jr. He goes up and catches it. Touchdown, Cyclones.
Yes, sir.
7:04 to go in the first. Cyclones pull within 1. Henry Glenn on to try the extra point. Trooper Floyd is the holder. Well, that's the answer you wanted, Jeff.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe a little too quick, but yeah, that's the answer we wanted. Absolutely.
Well, Zan can go 50. Let's let him. Good snap. Kicks down. Holds down. Kicks up, and it is good. Cyclones tied up at 7s as we finish out the first 2 drives. Both teams score 6. We'll take a break, and we'll be back. Cyclone football on WRBK.
I might run out of ink.
I know, right? Here's the crazy thing. Chapman goes 9 plays, 73 yards, don't even hit that red receiver.
No, they never even threw it to him.
No,
Didn't
even target him.
We'll talk about this when we come back on live, but, you know, to run the kind of offense these guys run, you have to have a really sharp quarterback. He doesn't – if you look at him throw the football, it's not impressive. I mean, he doesn't spin it, you know, really well, but he just knows where to go with the football.
Cyclones haven't hit him yet.
No, that's going to be the key. They got to get to him.
The greatest showman. Welcome back. Cyclones and Panthers tied up. Henry Glenn's kick's taken at the 10-yard line, and Chapman guys over the left side. Cyclones going to hit him up in the hole and knock him backwards after he crosses the 30-yard line to the 31. This is Clint Davis, Jeff Kerr, and Jim Fuller calling you tonight's ball game from Chapman, South Carolina, or Chapman High School in Inman, South Carolina. Chapman takes it over 1st and 10 on their own 31. Chapman is a number 1 seed in the state playoffs. Cyclones a 2 seed. And the Cyclones made the trip from Chester to Inman, about an hour and 20 minutes, hour and 25 minutes to play tonight's game. Chapman takes it over their second offensive possession of the night, tied 7-7, went 73 yards on their first. Quarterback takes a shotgun snap, throws it out here and hits Black across the middle on a wide receiver screen. He's at the 35-yard line, 40. He's still on his feet. Feaster giving chase. They come in from behind. They take him down after he crosses midfield to about the 34-yard line of the Cyclones. Big play by DJ Black. That play goes for almost 50 yards.
They're going to try to find ways to get him the football, and that's one way to do it.
That play went for 34 yards and a first down. Chapman's 5th first down of the night, and we're only 6 minutes into the ball game. Quarterback in the shotgun, takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Miller up the middle. Cyclones grab him from behind and take him down, and Zan and getting fired up with the blocker. And Miller gets about 4 on the play. Cyclones tackling number 16.
Zan's got to be a little careful there.
16, yes, Antonio Hopkins makes the stop for the Cyclones. 2nd and 5 for the Panthers on their 3rd offensive play of this possession. And ball's at the 29-yard line of the Cyclones. They're moving left to right. Chapman's wearing white pants, blue helmets with orange numbers and blue helmets. Takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Miller up the middle. Miller's got some running room. Cyclones hit him hard, but he runs through the hole. He gets a first down. He got to about the 23-yard line. That's enough for another Chapman first down, the 6th of the night.
Early in the first quarter, Great Falls 7, Rich Spring Minetta nothing.
Good.
7-7 here. 5:58 to go in the first, but Chapman has bounced back and come right back at the Cyclones here. Cyclones bringing pressure. Dunham comes on, makes the quarterback throw it too soon on a wide receiver screen, but he got some running room. The receiver catches it. Number 7, that is Josiah Moore, who is a backup quarterback, but he got about 6 on the play, maybe 7, brings up 2nd down and 3. Quarterback is Drew Settle. He's about 6'3", 190 pounds. Must be a sharp kid. Takes a shotgun snap, hands off running back Miller up the middle. Miller's got 10 yards before anybody hit him now. He runs a spin play, touchdown. Chapman, 5:36 to go. This thing's wide open here, boys. 13-7. Cyclones just give up another touchdown.
It's whoever has the football last.
Right now it is. On to try the extra point is number 21, Ricky Montalvo.
Miller's 13th rushing touchdown of the season.
Number 30 is the holder, Hudson Moss. Waiting on the snap from the long snapper. Montalvo says he's ready. It's a low snap, hits the ground, but the ball is good hold, kicks up, and it is good. So it's 14-7. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Cyclones trailing 14-7 with 5:36 to go in the first.
Man.
That's crazy, man. This is nuts.
I don't know if we can stop them. And I don't think it has anything to do with that. I just think their scheme is just, what they do really well.
Yeah.
They get the ball into a lot of different guys' hands, and they find different ways to do it. It's kind of fascinating. It's only halfway through the first quarter, and I'm pretty fascinated by them already.
Yeah, they're really talented at what they do. They do what they do, and they do it really well.
Exactly. They're not the biggest. They probably, I'd argue, they might be the smallest team we've seen this year that I've seen.
All right, back here at Chapman High School, Edmond, South Carolina. Montalvo ready to try the kick, but the ball falls to the ground. Chapman just scored. They just bounced back. Both teams really had no challenges so far on offense scoring football. Cyclones about to take it over. They're down 14-7, 5:36 to go in the first. Here's the kick. It's going to be a high end-over-end kick taken by the deep man of the Cyclones at his own 2. He fumbles the ball, but he picks it back up. He's going to try to get up in the hole, and he tries to make a couple men miss, and he's going to get to about the 15-yard line, and where the Cyclones will put it in play. 1st and 10 at their own 16. That was Antonio Hopkins for the Cyclones. Chester High School has the ball on their own 16-yard line, moving right to left. Right to left. Listen, Jimbo, they went 64 yards on the first drive. 74 yards. Why not go 84 this time?
Well, what's another 10 yards?
That's right.
Right? Take it on down the field.
Dunham's going to stay in the shotgun. McCullough to his left. Takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to McCullough as a kind of fumbled snap. But McCullough breaks free. 30-yard line. He's almost about the 35-yard line where he's going to go down. Big-time run. 19-yard gain and a first down for the Cyclones.
That was a good run.
Came to a football game, watched a track meet.
I know. Crazy.
That's going to be all night. I think that's going to be there all night for us, guys. I really do. We just got to figure out a way to stop them 1 or 2 times on offense.
Force a turnover or something.
Exactly, Clint.
Well, they do have a track around the football stadium, Jeff.
They do, and it's a nice one.
Dunham takes a shotgun snap. He's going to follow McCullough through the hole this time. He's going to drive the pile forward, 40-yard line, 42-yard line, where he picked up 6-7 on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 3. Cyclones running their third play of this offensive possession, down 14-7. We're 4 minutes in. We're 4:45 left in the first, Jim, and man, we've had 21 points already. Might have more than that before the quarter's over.
And it's only 2/3 way of the first quarter.
Dunham takes a shotgun snap. Cyclones moved up the line.
Left guard, left tackle. I couldn't tell.
I believe it was Jordan.
Let me give you a correction, guys. That's Great Falls is down 16-0. That score I got was from Max Preps, but Coach Pemberton's texting me and getting updates. They're down 16-0.
First penalty of the night on the Cyclones. Back them up 5 yards. Brings up, instead of 2nd down and 4, it's 2nd down and 9 here for the Cyclones. Ball's going to be on the Cyclone 36-yard line. They're moving right to left. They got to get to the 45 for a first down. 4:25 and the clock's running. Down 14-7. Cyclones send 2 receivers to the right side of the formation. McCullough's in the backfield. 2 receivers to the left. Waiting on the shotgun snap. Takes a shotgun snap. Is going to roll to his left. Going to run the option. Calls his own number. Going to get close to the 40-yard line. I believe he pitches that. He's got big-time yards.
He absolutely right, Clint.
Absolutely.
Dunham gets to about the 40-yard line. Brings up 3rd down and 6 for the Cyclones here.
We need to get this within a yard if we don't get it. To have a chance. If we get 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4, I'm not. Or 4th and 5, 4th and 4, I'm not sure we'd go for it.
Cyclones, this is a big 3rd down. You hate to say it halfway through the first quarter, but way Chapman's moving the ball. This is a big first down. Big 3rd down for the Cyclones here. Dunham in the shotgun formation, takes a shotgun snap, going to drop back to try to throw across the middle. He's got a man open here. That's McCullough. McCullough's got to the 45-yard line. He's still on his feet. 50, 45-yard line. Oh, he fumbles the ball, but it goes out of bounds. Big-time hit by number 25 over there, the defensive back. Devin Rowe, who knocked the ball loose, but McCullough got cross midfield to the 43-yard line, 42-yard line of the
let me
Panthers, where the Cyclones will put it in play 1st and 10.
That has not been a throw that Zan has been real comfortable with over the course of his career, but he's really gotten a lot better at it this year.
Threw a lot better last week than we've seen him throw all season, and that was a good throw. A little high, but it was a good throw, and McCullough made a good run. Dunham waiting on the shotgun snap. He's got the shotgun snap, going to run the counter play. McCullough breaks free, 40-yard line, 30, 35, 20, 50, inside the 20 to about the 16-yard line where the Cyclones will put it in play. 1st and 10 on their sixth offensive play of this possession. 5th first down of the night Cyclones down 14-7, 3:17 to go in the first, and this has been wide open, boys. I hope you're enjoying this at home because we're enjoying it now.
He had just a little crease and cut it inside, and he's gone.
Don't go to the bathroom, boys and girls. You might miss a couple scores.
That's right.
Dunham's in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right side, 2 to the left. Takes a shotgun snap. He fakes the handoff. He's going to go over the right side. Oh, he gave a stiff arm to the defensive end. He's going inside the 5-yard line, almost in. Let's see. He's going to be down at the 1 where the Cyclones will put it in play. First and goal. I tell you what, let's give number 44 credit. Lance Holden. Lance took one to the face, and Dunham went on by him, didn't he, Jimbo?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Right to the face.
Kind of looked like that Derrick Henry stiff arm on, was it Josh Norman a couple years ago?
Yeah. Couldn't happen to a better guy.
About the size difference.
I know. Dunham in the shotgun formation. McCullough back there with him. Cyclones have it 1st and 10. Dunham takes the ball on 1st and goal from the 1. Touchdown, Cyclones. So it is 14-13 with 2:34 to go in the first quarter here. 28 points scored so far, and we hadn't even played 10 minutes of football.
Who would believe that?
I
knew it was going to be wide open, but not like this.
Dunham takes it 1 yard over the left side for a touchdown for the Cyclones. Jed Blackwell told me, he's like, I don't know if Chester can stop the passing game, the receivers of Chapman, and I don't think Chapman can stop Dunham. So he was right so far. Henry Glenn on to try the extra point. Trooper Floyd's the hold. Jalen Moss gets a good snap, falls down, kicks up. It's good. Cyclones 14-14 with 2:34 to go in the first. We'll take a break, and we'll be back. This Cyclone football on WRBK.
This is amazing.
Unbelievable. I mean, these poor old people right here done missed half the game. They just showing up for the Cyclones. They stopped at Wade's and had to wait.
That's what happened.
Goodness gracious, this is wide open.
No, you're good.
You fine, man. I'm just worried about them poor people that missed the whole game. Got here a little late.
I love the lid, man. The Hornets lid. You got to do it, but you got to against.
Got to hit
guys.
that quarterback.
You got to hit him. If we don't hit him, if we don't get to him, we don't have a chance.
We can't stay back in that zone all night.
They're going to pick us apart. These guys, they got too many playmakers. They're not going to stop us either. Might be 100-98.
All right, we're back here at Chapman High School. Henry Glenn's kick was taken inside the 25, inside the 10-yard line by the return man, and he got hit in the hole by, I believe that was number 15. Maurice Feaster for the Cyclones, and he got over the 25-yard line. Maybe the 20. They're going to spot him at the 29 where Chapman takes it over. 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line, moving left to right, and it is 2:25 left in the first quarter.
I'm who's going to get tired of the nights of kickers.
14-14. Second round of state playoffs. Cyclones staying at 3-3-5. They're going to bring the whole house this time. Try to get the quarterback. He throws across the middle field. Intercepted! Oh!
That was where we
Man,
I
tell you what, Reggie Heath Jr. almost made a play. They hit the quarterback. Now 2 Cyclones are down. That's Sherrard Feaster. And one of the Cyclones is that number 50, D.C. Carter.
That was the break that we needed, guys, if we could have got it. Man.
I really thought it was intercepted. Heath dropped it. 2:21 to go in the first quarter. Cyclones forcing a 2nd down and 10. Ball's on the 29-yard line. Receiver throws it a wide receiver screen. Cyclones hit him there in the hole. That's Darius Head, and another host of Cyclones are there to make the stop after he gained no gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Clint, what's the size of number 11? He looks to be about 6'5".
I don't have a size on him. He's just a senior is all I know. He is
tall. Dude.
He's tall.
Walt Waddell is his name. Cyclones got him in a 3rd down and 10. Let's see if Coach Caldwell's defense can come up with a stop. Jordan Bowser in the center position, and that Mike linebacker, that middle linebacker. Zeke Evans trying to get coverage now. They're trying to tie in. Cyclones going to stay in that zone. 2 high safety. Quarterback looks to the sideline to get his play call. Waits on the snap. He claps his hands. He gets the snap. His Cyclones give him pressure. D.C. Carter was held. He throws and hits D.J. Black. Black makes a couple men miss. Cyclones going to catch up, but he gets the 1st down after 15, but they held D.C.
They missed that one. Big time. Big time.
1st down for Chapman here. 1:32 to go in the first quarter. They just picked up their 8th first down of the night. Ball's on the Panthers' 45-yard line. Big 3rd down and 10 conversion for Chapman. Takes a shotgun snap. Quarterback does. Hands it off to his running back. Cyclones hit him in a hole. Miller gets about 1 on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 9. Getting ready to run their 5th offensive play of this possession. 14-14, 1 minute to go in the first quarter. This has been wide open here in Inman, South Carolina. Cyclones and Panthers. Quarterback takes a shotgun snap. He's going to throw out here to Miller in his flats. He got a block by the receiver. The receiver's going to get knocked out of bounds. Miller by number 16 Antonio Hopkins. But I tell you what, Sherrod Feaster was being held. That's 2 holds.
That's 2 in a row.
This officiating crew has missed here in the first on this particular drive. 3rd down and 5.
They're so obvious to us.
3rd down and 5 for Chapman. Quarterback waiting on the snap, claps his hands. Now he looks to the sidelines. The audible's out of it. Moves men around. They got the quarterback, takes a shotgun snap, throws it over to his receiver, and the ball is caught. But I think they had an eligible man downfield, Jimbo, because they had 2 receivers on the far side of the field lined up on line, and they can't have that many guys on the line of scrimmage and send them all downfield, can they?
Nope.
First down.
That's 3 penalties they've missed.
First down for Chapman. Ball's now at the Cyclone 44-yard line.
53 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Quarterback all. Drew Settle gets his play call. His running back, Derek Miller's beside him. 3 receivers to the left side. Cyclones look like they're trying to bring pressure. Now they back out of it. 3 receivers to the left side. Now here comes Jordan Bowser up the middle trying to get there. Cyclones get him, make him throw a bad pass, and the ball's going to be thrown over here, and my man Nick Emerson is in charge of the receivers, and he couldn't catch the ball. Come on, Nick. Getting ready to run the 8th play of this possession for Chapman. 14-14, 48 seconds to go in the first quarter. Cyclones and Panthers. Cyclones in that 3-3-5. Kajarius Jackson, Darius Head, and D.C. Carter, the down lineman. Jordan Bowser in the middle linebacker position, and now they're locked up in coverage. Empty backfield set. Cyclones give pressure, throws it over here to Black. Black's going to get up the sideline. He's going to be knocked out of bounds, but he gets a first down. He had to get 5. He got 6. That's another first down for Chapman, the 9th of the quarter. Getting ready to run the 9th play of this drive that started at their own 29-yard line. 71 yards to pay dirt if they can make it. Cyclones trying to bow up here on defense. Had an opportunity, Jimbo.
Yep.
Missed it on the interception that was dropped.
Right in the bread basket.
Been a tough catch. Quarterback takes a snap, hands it off to his running back. Miller's got plenty of running room this time. He gets hit hard there by Antonio Hopkins from his safety position. And D.C. Carter is fixing his jersey. His jersey's all over his whole body, but there's no holding going on out there, boys.
We had 2 guys laying on top of him.
2nd down and 1. Gained 8 on the play. 2nd down and 2. Takes a snap. Hands it off to Miller. Miller gets hit hard by the Cyclones. D.C. Carter takes him down along with Jordan Bowser. And I believe they stopped him for maybe a gain of a half a yard. Brings up 3rd down.
Could be the last play of the first quarter, Clint.
10 seconds.
Like it's that.
10 seconds. That is going to be the last play of the quarter. Let's take a break, and we'll be back. After 1, it's 14-14 here in Inman, South Carolina at Chapman High School. All right, we're back here at Inman at Chapman High School. Cyclones and Panthers 14-14 start the second quarter. 3rd down and 2 for the Chapman Panthers. Ball's on the Cyclone 27-yard line. Quarterback claps his hands. Cyclones show a little bit of blitz. Now he looks to the sideline to try to get his play call. Takes the snap, hands it off to Miller up the middle. Cyclones going to hit him and stop him for a loss of about 1. Brings up 4th down and short. Let's see what Chapman does. First big decision of the night.
I don't think it's not. We'll see what they're going for it. Now, I will tell you, they're well within field goal range, Clint, but they're not kicking field goals.
Not tonight, boys.
Because they're in the same boat we are, right? They know they're having trouble stopping us.
4th down and 4 for the Cyclone defense. Nick Emerson getting the crowd fired up. They down below us. They getting fired up. Cyclone defensive line is getting dialed in here.
We need a bad snap. We need something to go south.
Quarterback Drew settles in the shotgun. Running back behind, Miller's behind him in the pistol formation. Takes the clap. He fakes the handoff. Going to run an RPO. Throws across the middle. The ball's incomplete.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Man, that's crappy.
Back judge throws a 15-yard pass interference penalty on the Cyclones, and I'm going to tell you that ball was not catchable, but it was a terrible call. And that's the officials have killed us on this drive. They missed 3 holds. They missed and now they got this right here, an illegal formation. Cyclones came up with a big stop on 4th down and 4, and now the officials just threw a pass interference on the Cyclones. So instead of Cyclones taking it over 1st and 10, the ball will be half the distance to the goal, and Chapman will have it 1st down and 10. And that's a huge penalty that hurt the Cyclones.
You know, it's hard to tell from up here, but he had his arms wrapped around him. But
quarterback takes a shotgun snap. He's looking, trying to throw across the field. He's got a man open. Cyclone's going to come up, but he's not before he gets inside the 10-yard line, maybe inside the 5. So it's going to bring up 1st down and goal. I believe they're going to mark him at the 3. 1st and goal for the Panthers. That's the 11th first down of the night for the Panthers, and the 13th play of this drive is about to be run. 14-14, 11-12 to go, and I apologize for yelling. I could not believe they threw that penalty on the Cyclones.
I even yelled, Clint.
Quarterback takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Miller. Miller gets hit in the hole behind the line of scrimmage, and Darius Head spins him around, but he gets back to the line of scrimmage, brings up 2nd down and goal. 14th play of the drive coming up here. Cyclones have been close on this offense, on this possession from the defensive side. Almost had an interception, and I thought had a 4th down stop. Quarterback's going to run under center. They got movement on them. That's 5 yards. Back them up.
Left tackle move.
Left tackle move. Quarterback tried to get cute, settle, run up under center instead of staying in the shotgun and run a quarterback sneak on the Cyclone defense, and the whole left side of the offensive line moved. 10:47 to go. First penalty of the night for the Panthers. Cyclones have 2 penalties, massing 18 yards.
That's the first mistake they've made tonight. Actually, the first mistake they've actually got caught.
That's correct. That's correct. Thank you, Jeff. Now it's 2nd down and goal from the 6. Quarterback takes a shotgun snap. Cyclones trying to get pressure. They got all day to throw it. Throws it high, and there's no flag on the field. Brings up 3rd down and goal.
They just have so many outlets, Clint. When you watch these guys run their routes, I was watching them do it pregame. They don't really throw the ball that long. I mean, everything's within 10, 15 yards, but they just have guys that just are in the right spots.
15th play of the drive right here. Started at the Chapman 29. Has been going down. 10:32 to go in the second quarter. Quarterback settle in the shotgun. Waiting on the snap, claps his hands. He's going to roll to his right, throw back to his left. He's got a man open. Cyclone's going to be there, but he sidesteps. He gets down to about the 1, brings up 4th down and goal from inside the 1. Going to be the 16th play of the drive. Is going to be a big one here for the Cyclone defense and the Chapman Panther offense. $10-10 to go. Ball's just at the 1. We got a timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. Cyclones and the Panthers come back. 4th down and goal from the 1 for the Panthers.
Yeah, it was hard to tell on that pass. This looked good. I just couldn't tell if he had his arm around him or not. That may be what they call it.
You don't call that in the second round.
Right.
Yeah. You can't call that in the second round.
If he was all over him laying on top of him, I get it, but it didn't look like that from here.
Well, I'll tell you this. Nobody in the stands below us thought it was a penalty.
Nope. They got a big crowd over there tonight, guys. Wow. Look at them people. There's lots of peoples over there.
Woo.
Chester's had a pretty good showing, too.
Chester's got a good crowd. They played really well. They locked in. This is going to be fun, I think, as the night goes on.
I like that cyclone toboggan that lady has down on her head down there. I need to get me one of those.
Where?
Right down there below, right below you.
Oh, yeah, it's sharp. I'm going to ask
y'all
where she got that
selling those
thing.
in the Booster Club, them toboggans.
All right, welcome back to Chapman High School in Inman, South Carolina. 4th down and goal. Quarterback takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to his running back in the middle. Cyclones stop before a loss of 3. They'll take it over first and 10 at their own 4. Huge play by Darius Head in the backfield.
Big stop right there, guys. Big stop for the Cyclones. Now let's take this down the field and score it and get a little bit ahead. Let's go.
Cyclones have it first down and 10 from their own 4. Dunham brings his offense on the field, and he's fresh because he didn't play that defensive possession.
Yeah, this is big right here.
10 minutes to go in the second quarter here. Cyclones and Panthers 14-14. Cyclone defense came up with a huge stop inside their own 5-yard line for a big-time loss on 4th down and 1. That's the second time they stopped them on 4th down on this drive. Dunham in the shotgun formation. Takes a shotgun snap. Going to call his all number over the left side. He's got some running room. 5-yard line, 10-yard line. He's going to get to about the 12-yard line, so that's going to bring up 2nd down and 1 for the Cyclones. Man, that's huge.
It sure is. Just change of possession, right?
Give defense credit. Give defense confidence. Dunham stays in the shotgun. 2 receivers either side. McCullough in the backfield with him. He hands it off to McCullough over the left side. He's got the first down. He had to get to the 15. He had to get to the 14. He got over the 14 to the 15. And it's going to be a first down for the Cyclones. That's their 7th of the night.
Oh, goodness.
Wide open, Jimbo. 9:27 to go in the second. Cyclones and Panthers locked up in a battle in Inman, South Carolina. Them Cyclones dialed in right now, boys. Dunham takes a shotgun snap. It's low. He's going to take the handoff. Oh, he got a good block on the outside by Demorius Thompson on the pull play. Dunham got about 7 on the play, maybe 8. Brings up 2nd down and 2. Third play of this drive was a successful one.
This window's a problem.
This game started. I mean, the Cyclones' drive started at their own 4. 8:55 to go. Cyclones would like to take a lot of time off the clock, get 7 on the board, and then hopefully get a stop and get the ball back at the start of the third quarter. Dunham takes a shotgun snap. He hands it off to McCullough over the left side. McCullough's got some running room. He's at the 25-yard line, 30, 35-yard line, close to it. They're going to mark him at the 33, where the Cyclones will have another first down, and that's their 8th of the night.
The thing about McCullough is he doesn't try to run around you.
No, he likes lower shoulder.
He likes a little bit of contact.
Jeff, what was that you said about a 9-minute drive?
We need that right here.
8:32 to go in the second. Cyclones and Panthers knotted at 14. Cyclones driving left to right. Blue pants, white jerseys, blue helmets. Takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to McCullough. Dunham does. Now McCullough gets stacked up in the middle, but he still drives the pile forward for about 3 yards, running against a 4-man defensive front from Chapman. They're going to say he gained 1 on the play. 8 minutes and 12 seconds. Let the clock run. I don't know why the clock's not running. Should be running, Jimbo.
Yep, should be.
We got a little official action going on over here.
Do we have a timeout?
He picked up the ball.
What are they doing? Cyclones are clapping like there's a penalty against Chapman.
Yeah, it is. What's the call?
Dead ball.
5 yards.
Offsides. So 8-12, Cyclones took the penalty, and that way
it was a casual 5-yard walk. I mean,
Cyclones took that penalty, so it's 1st and 5 here. Dunham takes a shotgun snap. He messes up the mesh point with McCullough. He's going to get hit in the backfield. That play was slow developing. Zan was indecisive, and it cost him. He lost 1 on the play, brings up 2nd down and 6.
Never had a chance.
Oh, goodness, he lost 3 on the play. 7:42 and counting. Cyclones and Panthers here from Inman, South Carolina. This is Clint Davis, Jeff Kerr, and Jim Fuller on WRBK Cyclone Football. Dunham in the shotgun formation, takes a shotgun snap. He fakes the handoff to his running back, throws across the middle. There's Shadim McCullough. The ball's on the ground. He got it back, though.
Whoa.
McCullough, he made a spin move, and the ball got knocked loose, but he picked up about 16 on the play, and the ball bounced right back up in his hands. There's a break you talking about, Jeff.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I thought this back judge back here was going to signal he didn't have possession, because he was running, and it was really hard to tell. They could have called that.
Yeah, good thing it's not reviewable. 7:15. Cyclones just got their ninth first down of the half. Dunham takes a shotgun snap. He's going to run on left side on the opposite. He's going to pitch it out there. He's got McCullough, 50-yard line, 45-yard line. Or was that Hopkins?
That was Hopkins, Clint.
Hopkins got over the 45-yard line down to about the 44 of the Panthers. He gained 6 on the play. Brings up second down and 4. I apologize to Antonio. I'm sure your mama's not listening to me. I'm sure she's here.
Second quarter score, Lower Richland 20, Clinton 7.
Whoa.
Sixth play of the drive, or seventh play of the drive for the Cyclones here. Drive started at their own 4-yard line. Now they're at the 44 of the Panthers. Dunham in the shotgun formation, going to roll to the left and call his own number. He's going to get to the 40-yard line, 35-yard line. He just boiled his way down to about the 34. He kicked up 10 on the play, maybe 12. Another Cyclone first down, the 10th of the night. This is the kind of drive they wanted. Got a good stop. Now they've been able to take some time off the clock. Coach Dodson in there talking about his offensive lineman with the coaching staff. Coach Floyd signals the play in. Dunham waits on the shotgun. He gets it. He hands it off to Antonio Hopkins in the backfield, and they say he's down. Chapman comes out with the ball. But they say runner was down, forward progress stopped, but he lost about 3 on the play. Brings up second down and 14 for the Cyclones, so he lost 4. Clock running. Cyclones got 3 receivers stacked out here to the right. Trooper Floyd, Shadim McCullough, and Jaquan Carter really in a triangle position. Dunham in the shotgun formation. He's going to roll to his right, try to throw downfield. He's got Trooper open. He hits Trooper out in the flats.
Flag.
Trooper's going to get down to
that's going to be
holding
Why,
on the Cyclones. It's going to be a 10 yards penalty from the spot. Coach Floyd not happy with Jordan Land. 10 yards from the spot. So that's a huge penalty. That penalty happened about 6 yards, maybe 7 yards deep. So it's going to be instead of third down and about 6, it's going to be second down and really long. So the ball is going to be marked at the Cyclone 45-yard line. They've got to get to the 23-yard line of Chapman for a first down. So they're looking at 32 yards here. Second down and 32 for the Cyclones.
Well, let's just get about 10 here, and then we'll figure it out on third down, Fuller.
That's right.
Yeah, you got 3 downs to get it.
Get half of it.
Cyclones getting ready to run their 9th play of this drive. Dunham takes a shotgun snap. He's going to roll to the left. Pitch it out there. He's got Hopkins. Hopkins at the 45-yard line. 50. He's breaking free. 45, 30, 40, 35. He's going to get inside the 35-yard line to about the –
We got more than half of it, Fuller.
That's right.
He got to a third down and 9 now. Big-time run over on the left side by Antonio Hopkins.
Nice decision. Nice pitch by Zan.
Cyclones getting ready to run their 10th offensive play of this possession. Started at their own 4.
Like the Cyclones kind of picked up where they left off last week, Clint. I wasn't here, but just listening, and they were moving the football pretty well last week.
5:15 to go in the second. Dunham's going to stay in the shotgun. 3 receivers stacked in tight on the right side. He's going to roll to his right, try to throw downfield. He's got a man open, and he got knocked down 15 yards. Trooper Floyd got knocked down. Back judge pushed it through the flag because the defensive back threw Trooper down. That's a 15-yarder and an automatic first down for the Cyclones.
Second and 32 to first and 10, guys. Pretty impressive, and did that in 2 plays.
Absolutely. So the Cyclones just got their 11th first down of the game. 4:56 to go in the second quarter. They're driving down the field against this Panthers defense. Cyclones have it 1st and 10. Ball's inside the 20-yard line. They're in the red zone. Moving left to right. Oh, goodness. Dunham in the shotgun formation. Takes the shotgun snap. He's going to try to throw back across the body. He's trying to get free. He got hit in the backfield by the Chapman guys, and he went down for a sack.
All right, no need to panic. 2nd and 14. We had 2nd and 32, so this ought to be a piece of cake for her.
Cyclones getting ready to run their 11th. Cyclones getting ready to run their 11th play of the drive. Dunham takes a shotgun snap. He's going to roll to the left on the option. He's going to pitch it out here to Antonio Hopkins. He's going to get to the 15-yard line, maybe 14.
Tell you what, Zane did a good job of riding that one as long as he could.
4 minutes to go in the 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Cyclones and Panthers knotted at 14. Cyclones had a good drive going. They took the football over around on the 4-yard line, about 9 minutes left in the quarter, and now they've been driving down the field on a good ball control drive here. Cyclones have 3 receivers to the left side, 3rd down and 6. Sends a man in motion. That's Antonio Hopkins. Takes a shotgun snap. He fakes the handoff. He's going to throw downfield. It's going to be a holding penalty on the Cyclones. Take the touchdown off the board if it's completed. We'll back them up 10. We'll try 3rd down again.
I wouldn't be shocked if they decline this.
Make it 4th down and long. I think I'd take the penalty yards here. They picked the penalty up.
They turned it down. We're going to kick it.
Oh, they declined it. All right, Henry Glenn on to try the field goal for the Cyclones here.
This is makeable.
Ball's going to be spotted at the 20-yard line, 21-yard line. So it'll be a 31-yard field goal from the right hash.
Play clock's running, guys.
Trooper Floyd's the holder. Jalen Moss is the long snapper.
Come on. Too much time.
Oh, you got a good snap. Kicks up, and it is
good. It's good.
Good! Henry Glenn with a 31-yard field goal. Cyclones take the lead, 17-14 with 3:24 to go in the second quarter. We'll take a break, and we'll be back. This is Cyclone football on WRBK.
There's a 0 on the time clock, on the play clock.
They may not be using that.
He could have made that from 41.
That was a pretty good kick.
Yeah. Now we got to stop them.
Well, the good news is we get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
All right, we're back here. Henry Glenn's got the ball teed up for the Cyclones. 3:24 to go in the second quarter. Cyclones just took the lead 17-14. Here's the run-up and the kick. It's a high end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken inside the 10-yard line by the deep back. He's going to try to get over the 25-yard line, running right. Cyclones going to hit him in the hole and take him down for a stop at about the 24-yard line where the Chapman Panthers will put it in play. 1st and 10. On their 4th offensive possession of this game, they'll have it at their own 24-yard line. Moving left to right. The last drive went 16 plays. Ended up on a turnover on downs at the 4-yard line of the Cyclones. Cyclones then took the next drive, 96 yards, and scored a field goal. So the quarterback takes a shotgun snap. He's going to throw down the field. He's got a man receiver in the flats, and Cyclones going to push him out of bounds, but he gets over the 35-yard line to the 36, so he gained 12 on the play and a 1st down, the 12th first down of the first half. Shotgun snap. Quarterback takes it. He's going to throw back across his body to Black. Black's got it on a wide receiver screen. Oh, he tried to make a couple men miss, and Maurice Feaster caught him in the backfield for a loss. So it brings up 2nd down and 11. Good play by Maurice out there in the flats.
He wasn't going to turn him loose, was he?
No, he was not. 2:52 to go in the first half. Cyclones up 17-14 if you're just tuning in here in Chapman, South Carolina. I apologize. We got some interference on our signal. We're doing the best we can. I don't know if we do or not, but if we are, we're doing the best we can. Cyclones bring an all-out blitz on the screen. He hits Black over in the flats. Black in the middle. Cyclones try to chase him down, but he gets close to a first down. I believe he's going to get the first down.
About a yard.
Short by a yard. Brings up the 4th play of this drive, 3rd down and 1. 2:25 to go in the first half. Cyclones up 17-14. Chapman trying to drive to either even the score or take the lead as we go into the half. Quarterback takes a shotgun snap. He's going to sling it to the right, and the ball's going to be incomplete, almost intercepted by Reggie Heath Jr. out there in the flat. Brings up 4th down and 1. What will Chapman do?
That was his second chance, guys,
right
there.
That was close.
Coach Caldwell, Coach Floyd fired up on their team. Looks like we're going to run a punt, but we got to be careful.
They not punting.
Mitavo on the field to be the
punting this
punter,
football.
And we'll see what they do here. Chapman runs their guys on. Cyclones keep no man back. They bring
they're not punting. I wouldn't put a person back.
Coach Caldwell bringing all his guys up to the line and said, don't you fall for this. Waiting on Matavo, waiting on the snap. He got a snap. It's a low snap. Cyclones need to give pressure, and they almost got it. He got the punt off, and it hits about the 33-yard line of the Cyclones and rolls dead at the 29.
That's a win, guys. That's a win right there.
Huge win.
I am floored they even thought about punting.
Well, and here's why. Well, I'll say this. I'm not floored because the last thing you want to do is if you don't get it, and Cyclones have stopped them with short yardage before, you turn the ball over on your side of the field, and if the Cyclones score, then they get the ball to start the second half.
I get it. But they've been pretty successful, running the football.
Cyclones take it over.
Hey, I'm glad they punted.
1st and 10, balls at their own 28-yard line. Dunham taking the shotgun snap. He's going to try to throw. He throws it out in the flats. Ooh, that ball was almost picked off by that defensive lineman.
What we don't need here is a quick 3 and out. Don't burn any time off the clock and have to punt and give them the ball back because they can quick strike score.
They proved that, didn't they?
Cyclones have 3 receivers stacked out to the right. Ball's on the left hash, moving left to right. Dunham in the shotgun formation, takes a shotgun snap. He's going to roll to his left, and Coach Floyd's called a pass. He's got a Trooper Floyd out here in the flats. Trooper catches it about the 31-yard line, and the clock's going to run. Trooper, get in the huddle and be quiet. So he's got about 5 yards, brings up 3rd down and 5 for the Cyclones.
The last thing you want to do here is get something stupid and get a taunting call or something like that to go against you.
3rd down and 5 for the Cyclones here. 1:34 to go, clock's running. Dunham in the shotgun. McCullough back there with him. Takes a shotgun snap. Dunham over the left side. He's going to get hit hard in the hole. He's going to get about 2 yards. And Cyclones going to be forced to punt, turn it back over, but they're going to let the clock run, I think. Chapman calls a timeout wisely with 1:20 to go in this first half. We'll take a break, and we'll be back. This is Cyclone Football on WRBK.
I would have liked to have seen us run the football on that first down. We've had a lot of success. We've had a lot of success running it. Yeah, I don't like giving the ball up. They're going to get it with, probably a minute and 10 seconds or something like that.
Well, we had a bad snap last week, didn't we, Jimbo?
Yes, sir.
We don't need that tonight. 3 and out for the Cyclones on that drive.
Well, they've had to punt. Now we have to punt.
This is the last time you want to see this, ain't it, Jeffrey?
Yeah, yes, I don't think we need to see this too many more times tonight.
Rhodes eating to receive the punt. Ooh.
Good snap.
Oh, good punt. Go hit, take a roll. That's a block in the back. All right, we're back here at Chapman High School. Henry Glenn's punt for the Cyclones on 4th down rolls dead inside the 40-yard line at the 38-yard line of the Panthers. 1:11 left here in the first half. Cyclones up 17-14. Big series for the defense, Jeff. Gotta
yeah,
stop
it really is. I mean, a minute and 11 in this game seems like an eternity. Short, they're 62 yards away from the end zone. So I look for them to find number 2.
Two receivers to the left side, to the right, running back in the backfield with Settle. Settle takes a shotgun snap. Cyclones give pressure, throw across the middle. Ball's going to be caught inside the Cyclone territory at the 45-yard line. Coach Caldwell fired up at his defense. That's a first down, the 13th of the night for Chapman. 1 minute and 5 seconds left. They got 45 yards to pay dirt. Cyclone defense still on the field, moving Raphael Pendergrass over. He's not quite in position. Cyclones give pressure. He hit him. Kajarius Jackson does, but he throws the receiver across the middle. Zeke Evans gives chase, but he's going to be inside the 25-yard line down to the 21, maybe 20, so it brings up 53 seconds, and the 14th first down of the night brings up a 1st and 10 from the Cyclone 20. Third offensive possession, 2 big pass plays have gashed the Cyclones on this last drive of the first half. Quarterback Settle in the shotgun. Cyclones getting in there, and they get on him. They hit him across the middle. Ball falls incomplete. Good play in there by number 50, D.C. Carter. Took the quarterback down, forced an early throw.
I will say
that
on this drive, they have hit him a couple times, so that's a good thing.
Second down and 10. Ball's on the Cyclone 20-yard line. Moving left to right. Right to left, Chapman is. They got white pants, blue jerseys with orange numbers and blue helmets with an orange C on the side and 2 orange stripes down the middle. Cyclone defense, 3-3-5. They get some pressure in the middle. Cyclone's going to hit him. He throws the ball down.
That's intentional grounding. That's intentional grounding right there. Absolutely.
And throws it at the feet of his offensive lineman, and they did not throw intentional grounding on him. Ball falls incomplete, brings up 3rd down and 10, and the Boo Birds are out on the Chester side of the field.
That's 4 calls they've missed. Obvious calls.
I know that they were there was a running back, but he was 10 yards on the other side of those offensive linemen. He threw that at the feet of the offensive lineman.
Cyclones got pressure in there last 2 times. Now they're trying to bring a little more. Jordan Bowser on 3rd down and 10. Quarterback settles, empty backfield. No, he's got a running back to his right. Waiting on the snap. Got the snap, clapped his hands. He's throwing down to the fade pattern. He's trying to hit DJ, and the ball is caught for a touchdown. We'll give DJ Black give him a gold star for a touchdown catch over Zeke Evans. It was a beautiful catch.
Oh, it was.
It's pretty fast.
Paul was thrown. Black high-pointed a football. You got to take your hat off to a man who catch a ball like that.
You can't defend that any better than we were.
Zeke Evans was in position. He just went up over Zeke and caught the football. You got to give DJ Black credit. Touchdown, Panthers.
And
they take the lead.
And the throw.
Beautiful
throw. Was on the money.
Montalvo on to try the extra point. Holds down, kicks up, and it is good. So, with 32 seconds left in the first half, Chapman just took the lead 21-17 over the Cyclones. Cyclones will get the ball when they return after the halftime break, but they got 32 seconds here, and hindsight's 20/20. Had a chance to wind some clock, force Chapman to use some timeouts, but I'm not sure they pick up that first down, but maybe they do, maybe they don't. We'll hold it right here as we go with this change of possession. 21-17, Chapman over the Cyclones, but I tell you what, Cyclones played hard, they fought hard, they're in this ball game.
Yes, sir. And then we get to ball to start second half, but that throw and catch there was one like you draw up on the paper.
Oh, now that's perfect. I mean, you can't defend that. You got to take your hat off to Black. He made a great play, a great catch, and you just can't defend that any better than Zeke Evans. But he was right there.
He was there.
And Black just went up over top of him and got it. Deep to receive this kick is number 16, Antonio Hopkins, and number 3, Andre Evans for the Cyclones, both juniors. Montalvo on to try on the kickoff. Ball's at the teed up at the 40. He'll be kicking right to left to the Cyclone defense. Cyclone receiving team.
The Gamecock's supposed to have a coach up here tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, watching him.
Here's the run-up and the kick. It's going to be a pooch kick, going to be taken by one of the Cyclone up men. That's Trooper Floyd. He catches it, goes down wisely. Cyclones have 32 seconds left in the first half. Ball's on their own 40-yard line, moving left to right. Let's see what they can do here. Well, they're going to spot it at the 39-yard line. I really believe, of course, there's not much you can do about that play, and who's saying that if they called that intentional grounding, he's going to throw the same pass. I mean, that just was beautiful. Dunham in the shotgun formation, empty backfield set. He's going to call his own number, 40-yard line, 45-yard line. He's going to get to about the 43. Coach Floyd's going to call timeout, 24 seconds left in the half. Don't take them with you. Cyclones down 21-17 here at Chapman.
No, they don't learn interest.
No, that's right. Don't take them to the halftime. Don't take them past halftime with you. Well, I tell you what, man, this has been entertaining for sure.
Absolutely.
That's an understatement.
14-14 after the first quarter.
Everybody got the money it's worth that came up the road, didn't
It's 21-17 here with 24 seconds.
I'll go back to our
in the
last possession.
I'd
I'd just like to have seen us run the ball on first down.
Yeah, I would have too. Try to use some clock. Throw it if you need to get down. I would have liked to start it with a run. See if you can't get 4 or 5 yards, a pop, try to drive it down the field. Then you can throw it, but use that clock. Make them
if it
use
works,
their timeouts.
then we're sitting here thinking, great, but, again, I'm just trying to think of clock. They only had a minute and 11 to go 62 yards, and they did it in about 80 seconds. Not even 80 seconds. They did it in 63 seconds, I think, of actual game clock.
Dunham brings his offense onto the field. 24 seconds left in the half. Second down and 6 for the Cyclones. Ball's on the Cyclone 43-yard line. They got to get to the 49 for a first down.
There's no safeties back there.
Dunham takes a shotgun snap. He's going to try to throw down the field. He's got a man. He's throwing it deep, and he's got a man open. And Andre, almost caught it. He just overthrew. He tried to hit Shadim in the slot on a go route, but Andre Evans almost came up with that ball. He slightly overthrew Shadim. Third down and 7 for the Cyclones. Third down and 6 with 17 seconds left. This is the B-22 play. Cyclones, tried to take advantage of them. Chapman did not put a safety deep. Now they have a single high safety. Moving their linebackers. 4 down linemen. 2 linebackers. Takes a shotgun snap. Dunham does. He's going to roll to his left. He throws. He's got Trooper over here. Trooper catches the ball. He goes down. It's a first down for the Cyclones, and the Cyclones are going to call timeout. Ball's at the 45, 11 seconds left. Cyclones going to try to throw one deep here, and I don't blame them. That's the 12th first down for the Cyclones tonight.
I think if you can do something, within the 4 or 5 seconds, throw a little quick out pattern, catch it out of bounds, and then you have a little bit shorter distance to the end zone. I mean, here you're looking, he's going to have to throw it probably 55 yards to 60 yards to the end zone from here.
Yeah.
Cut it in half.
Yeah, I would definitely try to cut it by 10, 15 yards if you could. At least 10 yards. 10 yards makes a big difference.
Yeah, but if you get it down to the 20-yard line, kicking a field goal.
Oh, no, yeah, absolutely. But my point was is if you can get at least, 10 yards out here, just something real quick and get out of bounds and save some clock, then you got a chance for a shorter Hail Mary, for lack of a better word.
21-17, Cyclones down. Been an entertaining ball game so far. If you've been with us, thanks for joining us. Clint Davis, Jeff Kerr, Jim Fuller on WRBK. Cyclones have the ball, 1st and 10 at their Chapman 45-yard line. Dunham in the shotgun. 3 receivers, no safety over top. 3 receivers to the left side. Dunham's going to try to throw to Reggie Heath Jr. down the sideline. Throws it up high, and Reggie comes down with it, but he's out of bounds. So 5 seconds left. Cyclones going to throw a Hail Mary here.
Now you got to go to the end zone.
Good coverage out there by number 7, Josiah Moore. He is a big-time receiver. He's made some big plays. He's a freshman, and he's made some big-time plays, and he was going up against Reggie Heath Jr. Panthers going to call timeout to get their defense in order for this. We'll hold it with them as well. We'll hold it right here. 4 seconds left in the first half. Cyclones have it a second down and 10 at the 45-yard line of the Panthers. I expect them to try to go to the house here on the Hail Mary and see what we can come up with. Shadim McCullough has caught a few Hail Marys for us in the past.
Well, Zan's definitely got the arm strength to get it there.
Lower Richland comes to mind, doesn't it, Jimbo?
Let's don't go there.
Look at my man. Look here. I'm going to tell you something. Look who's out there talking to the officials. You know who it is? Jack Sink. We might, Jack, be careful. We don't get a delay of game for him talking to him.
I was getting ready to say this may go to midnight.
He's trying to get him on the clock. They took time off the clock. It was 5 seconds, 5, and now, there we go. 5 seconds. on the clock. Then it was 4.4. That's what Jack was trying to get him some points.
Jack thinks he's the CEO or something.
I like Jack. Look at him. Boy will not wear long pants. All right, Dunham's going to be in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left side, 2 to the right. Empty backfield set. Chapman drops everybody they got. They got their hands team deep. They send a man in motion. Looking down the field. Zan's got to get free. He's going to roll to his left and try to throw deep to the end zone. He throws it to the middle of the field. It's gone!
Touchdown!
Touchdown, Cyclones!
Woo!
Woo-hoo-hoo! Holy moly! Holy moly! Reggie Heath Jr. Dunham. Oh, no, there's a penalty on the field. They're going to call an eligible man downfield. Oh!
Jiminy Christmas. How?
Are you kidding me?
I can't say that there was or there wasn't, to be honest with you. I wasn't even looking because all I was looking for Zan to get out and be able to throw the football. Wow.
Man alive.
That's tough. That's tough.
Man, I tell you what,
we didn't come to watch the officials play. That's
Cyclones
tough.
have been killed tonight with some costly penalties. Man,
they had 6 guys back. How does that even happen? And Reggie turned around. He had to turn around to catch it.
I know. Unbelievable. Why is it an untimed down? It was only offense. I guess they declined it. They took the penalty, I guess.
Well, they'd have to. If they declined, it's a touchdown.
But I thought the penalty. I thought it was over. Penalty on offense didn't matter.
Not what I thought.
Great goodness.
Unbelievable. Was lightning striking a bottle twice, Jimbo?
No.
I don't see that very often.
Dunham in the shotgun formation. They're coming on the pressure. Dunham's going to get sacked. Unbelievable. Terrible ending to the half. Cyclones got killed with some awful penalties, and they go into halftime break 21-17. I don't know if that was a penalty or not. We'll have to go back and watch the film. I just know we're distraught. Took a touchdown off the board. Kids played hard. The officials have inserted themselves in multiple times here in this game, and I'll say against the Cyclones. Cyclones have 3 times the penalties that Chapman has, but that's the way it goes sometimes. So at the halftime break, it's 21-17. Cyclones down to the Chapman Panthers, but they're in this football game. They get the ball. We come back from the halftime break. I'm going to take a break. We'll be back. This Cyclone Football on WRBK.
That was tough. All right. So at 2 minutes. They might want to sit on the other side. That's tough. I couldn't. It's hard to tell. I wasn't even watching to see if there was a guy down. I didn't. I was watching Zan. Yeah, I couldn't say. I couldn't tell. They'll see it in the film, I guess. That's the only way they'll know is when they watch the film, but then it'll be too late. But how does that happen with 6 guys back? If I was Chapman, I'd be mad. They've probably heard worse. Oh, we got about 30 seconds, Jimbo. Did you get a Chick-fil-A sandwich? We ate at 5 o'clock, so I'm hungry now. No, I'm good. I'm good, thanks. 10 seconds, Jim.
Okay, dope.
All right, welcome back to Cyclone Football. This is Jeff Kerr along with Jim Fuller. Clint is taking a little bit of a break. We're at halftime here in Inman, South Carolina, round 2 of the 3A playoffs. The Chapman Panthers, the homestanding Panthers, on top of the Cyclones by a score of 21-17 in what has been an extremely exciting first half. And the first half ended kind of odd. Cyclones had 5 seconds on the clock and threw a Hail Mary with 6 guys back, and somehow we scored a touchdown, and lo and behold, a flag just happened to be on the ground, Jimbo.
Yeah, and it just happened that one of our guys happened to be downfield.
I wasn't watching that.
I wasn't either. I was watching the end zone.
Yeah, I was focused on Zan. And so anyway, that being said, Cyclones very much in this game. Defensively have done some good things. Both teams have punted. Let me run down the scoring for you, if I will, for the first half. Quick first quarter, guys. At 9:41, Chapman scores with Miller on a 3-yard touchdown run. The extra point was good, 7-0. Chester comes right back with 7:04 to go in the first quarter, and Zan hits Reggie Heath on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Henry Glenn's extra point was good, tied 7-7. Immediately following with 5:36 to go in the first quarter, Miller with a 16-yard touchdown run. Extra point was good. Chapman's up 14-7. Cyclones get the ball back, take a drive, go down 2:34. Zan with a 1-yard run. Glenn extra point was good, 14-14. Set up by a fourth down stop by the Cyclones. Cyclones then hold the Panthers again and drive down the field, and it had a long second and 32, and they were able to convert, and then was held, but it was held out of the end zone, but was able to get a Henry Glenn 31-yard field goal, which was money, put the Cyclones up to 17-14 with 32 seconds to left in the first half. Chapman Black on a 20-yard touchdown pass from Drew Settle. Extra point was good. It was 21-17, and that's how we ended the halftime. The game started out, it was a track meet, Jimbo,
yep.
And, here we are, 21-17. Cyclones get the football to start the second half. And so, we're playing really well. We're kind of doing what we want to do. We just got to figure out ways to stop them. And what I've watched from watching this Chapman football team, their quarterback is pretty savvy. He doesn't throw – it's not like he throws a great football. He throws an okay football. He's got great playmakers around him, but he always knows where to go with the football.
Good example down here in the left end zone where he threw it to Black.
Oh, absolutely.
The dead perfect pass. A foot either way, high, low, left or right. He couldn't have made the catch.
Yeah. I mean, he threw the football in the only place that the person could catch.
Exactly.
We couldn't have. The only thing we could have done any different defending was just knock him down and take an interference call, right?
That's right.
And maybe we should have done that. It would have been, it'd been 1st and 10 on the 10 instead of a touchdown.
Right.
But look, credit the kid, young man from Chapman. He's leading the state for receiving for a reason, right? That was his 18th touchdown reception of the year. But again, the Cyclones are playing really good. I'm sure they're a little bit down just from not being able to get that touchdown when that touchdown was called back to end the first half. So going to be interesting to see how the mentality is coming out in the second half. But the Cyclones are well into this football game. Chapman knows, and I will say this too, the last touchdown drive that Chapman had, we hit the quarterback a few times, but we haven't been able to do that lately.
Yeah. Yes, we did.
Yeah.
We put some good licks on him, too. They weren't halfway licks. They were good, solid licks.
Yeah. So you might hear a little smattering of boos. If you didn't hear it on the way, the officials at halftime are sitting on the Cyclones bench, and they just happen to be in front of a lot of the Cyclone fans who are not real happy with that penalty call. We had a couple of questionable penalty calls, to be perfectly honest with you, in the first half.
4.
And again, we're not on the field. We don't see everything. But certainly 2 that I can think of, the interference call that we had, and then, of course, the ineligible receiver downfield. And the only way we're going to know
2 holding.
The only way we're going to know that ineligible receiver downfield play was a valid call, and I was when Coach Floyd and then watch the film because we don't have access to that, obviously, up here. So that being said, Cyclones are down 21-17. We got about 13 minutes to go till the first half. Let's take a break, and we'll come back. We'll talk a little bit more about the second half. Oh man, that was tough.
That was more than tough.
That was. I don't know how. I mean,
I just the job now is going to be Coach Floyd and the other coaches getting him up and don't let them get down in that dressing
I'm going to be
room.
honest with you. If I'm probably just as mad as if I'm the Chapman coach because they had 6 guys back. Literally, they had 6 guys back standing on the 15 from the 15 to the goal line.
And still they completed.
And still completed it.
Yeah.
And when I say completed it, and he turned Reggie Heath around, but let me tell you something. Reggie Heath didn't have anybody on him.
No.
He just happened. He just turned around and was in the right place at the right time. So yeah, Cyclones are hanging in there.
Just get them to keep the chins up and don't drop the heads.
Yeah, tough one right there. Your phone went. So I'm on 2 minutes. I think I'm about 10 seconds behind. So we got about 45 seconds.
Okay. I got a story for y'all after this one's over.
Story?
Mm-hmm.
This game? When this game's over?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or when the half's over.
When the game's over.
Oh, we have to wait till the game's over?
Yeah. You do.
Okay.
Give you a little hint.
Hey, that would have been. I don't know how to explain that one.
Boy, how would we do that?
All right, back here at Chapman, back here at Inman, South Carolina, Chapman High School, second round of the high school playoffs. The Cyclones down to the Chapman Panthers by a score of 21-17. Clint, we talked a little bit about the first half. Obviously, we had some misfortune with some penalties. I'll be honest with you. I told, as mad as Chester is about that touchdown pass being called back, if I'm the coach from Chapman, I'm just as mad that they were able to complete it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, just crazy. But the fans have given them a little bit of the break. The officials are sitting on this side. But anyway, that being said, second half, Clint, what do you see? What has to happen differently for the Cyclones to come out at the end of this game on top?
I think Cyclones have got to score almost. I hate to say it, but I think from this point forward, you got to score almost every possession, and you got to have sustained drives. And if you get a stop and get up 2 scores, but I mean, it's some of these things we got problems with our audio. But I think that we just got to have to get after it a little bit, and but I think you're right. I think you got to protect themselves. You got to keep trying to score. You got to run the football and have ball control, and you got to get some stops on defense. Nothing's really changed for Chester moving forward. It's just the same thing.
Both teams punted once. We said the team that punts the least would probably win. Both teams have punted once.
So we will have a tie. We
were able to convert on a field goal. They were able to score a touchdown right there, with 30 seconds to go in the game. And we talked about the pass. I was talking a little bit about this while you were gone, but this quarterback is he's not impressive from the standpoint of a physical presence and the way he throws the football. It's not like he's got great arm strength or he doesn't spin the ball real hard, but he knows where to go with the football every time. And they run this really complex offense, and guys are just open. And I don't know how you defend it.
I don't know either. Chester's bringing blitz, bringing pressure, trying to get the quarterback. They've hit him a couple times, but I don't know either. I think that you just got to hope that you can force him to throw sooner than he wants, knock off the timing a little bit, make him rethink what he's doing and see where it goes and try to mess up the timing. We've had some success when we've had pressure and he's had to throw the ball too quickly. And so I guess it's what you have to do because – and then you have to keep everybody in front of you. You have to keep everybody in front of you, and we'll go from there. So, I don't know what you do, Jeff, other than that.
Yeah, I mean – the psyche of the Cyclones coming into the start of the second half. Jim talked about it. Coach Floyd's going to have to get them together and say, hey, look, these things happen. This is a long way to go in this football game. If you'd have told me in the first quarter it was going to be 21-17 at the halftime, I'd have laughed. I would have figured it had been 35-35, just the way it was going. But the defenses have settled in a little bit. I think our defense actually has settled in a little bit better than theirs, to be perfectly honest with you. We did. When you stop an offense like this and it's 4th and goal from the 1, and you stop them and throw them for a loss, and then take the ball. hats off to the defense for the Cyclones.
Oh, absolutely. I think you're exactly right. Cyclones been, Coach Caldwell's defense been aggressive. It dialed in, and we'll see what happens into the second half with reference to what the Cyclones can do. But you're right. I think Chapman started changing things around a little bit. Toward the end of the first half, they had some stops on some of Zan's runs. And so we'll see. I think they made some adjustments. They brought several times they brought all their safeties down and had zero coverage. And so, they're basically daring the Cyclones to throw the football, which is smart because, Cyclones want to run the football, and that's definitely the strength of this team. It's the last thing you want to do is, give them an opportunity to run two high safeties or even a single high safety and let them just run and gash you. And that's what the Cyclones were doing. They made some adjustments. I expect to see more of that.
Yep.
Chapman packing in what we call the box 5-yard line from the line of scrimmage and go from there. So we'll see. But let's take a break, and we'll be back 7 minutes in the halftime period. Cyclones 21, and Cyclones down 21-17 here at Chapman.
Da, da, da.
All right, Bill, I'm going to stop and restart. So when that happens, you just refresh the feed. I'll send you a text as well to remind you. If you're listening on the podcast, I'm going to stop it just a second, take about 30 seconds, and you can refresh the feed and pick it back up. So with that said, I'm going to stop the podcast and start it over.